Hey YouTube, Untamed here. So in addition to the other dozen problems with the 2024 Toyota Tacoma, we are now seeing the transmission have some pretty serious flaws with it. So between overheating, losing second, fourth, and sixth gear for the manual transmission, it popping in and out of neutral and into gear for the automatic transmission while they're driving, and just rough, hard gear shifts being a pre-indicator of the serious issues to come. So the transmission is certainly going to be a problem for owners, and I think that's abundantly clear. We're seeing it with people owning it for, we're talking between 200 miles and 4,000 miles, people bumping into this issue. So it's likely going to be a recall item. The manual transmission is a little bit more of an issue because there is no solution for it right now. There's no solution. Toyota doesn't really know what they're going to do with fixing that issue with the manual transmission in particular. But with the automatic transmission, what they're doing, at least so far, is they're swapping them out. But that, if I was an owner of a 2024 Toyota Tacoma, that would not give me a whole lot of peace of mind. Like, wait a minute, I just had a transmission grenade itself, but now I'm getting another transmission that probably isn't changed all that much, but they're gonna roll the dice and cross their fingers and hope that that new transmission is gonna do the trick this time. So, I don't know, that wouldn't give me a whole lot of peace of mind if they're gonna swap out the transmission with the already likely faulty automatic transmission. And doing that will take 2 to 4 months, because that's how far out the automatic transmission replacements are. So, lots of issues, and I'm talking, if you look at the forums and scroll through, you can see a bunch of people complaining about the howling transmission, and mainly coming in and out of gear and the hard shifts starting to happen and happening early on. So obviously this just compounds to the bigger issue at play, and that is we're seeing Toyota pump out a vehicle that is technically a throwaway vehicle, I would argue. Much like we see from GM, Ford, other domestic manufacturers have historically done stuff like this, where they pump out a very cheap product that doesn't have the quality control measures in place that we have seen historically from Toyota. They're pumping out a very cheap product and then want it to last maybe 3 to 5 years with full confidence, and then inevitably have you want to trade it in 3 to 5 years later. I think that's what we're seeing here with the new Tacoma. People are gonna have to swap it out in 3 to 5 years, and they won't have a whole lot of confidence in it. So I'd be curious to know what you guys think. What do you think of this new transmission issue? Do you think it's going to continue to plague the 2024 into the 2025 model year? Are they going to be able to address the issue quick enough and keep a level of peace of mind for, technically, historically, the best-selling pickup truck within the mid-size segment here, the Toyota Tacoma? Or do you think this, compounded with all those other issues, is going to truly ruin the reputation of the Toyota Tacoma? I would lean toward the latter, personally, right? I mean, this has already gotten a pretty bad rep right out of the gate. Built out of Mexico, they hiked up the price tag 20 to 25% more than the previous outgoing generation. They're forcing you to have that tiny 4-cylinder turbocharged platform here. It's just an over-complex platform now, too much tech involved, and nobody truly asked for it, especially with that kind of price tag. So, transmission, big issue now, overheating. And something to note too is, even on my 2021 Tundra over there, the TRD Pro I have, they did away with transmission coolers a while back. I think the last year that it actually had a transmission cooler, don't quote me on this, I believe it is 2018. So in 2019, they actually deviated away from it, and many manufacturers actually did that for their pickup trucks. It's not isolated for Toyota. They just kind of did away with it. But is this evidence that we perhaps still need the transmission coolers after all? Because a lot of YouTubers, a lot of automotive reviewers, even as they're reviewing it and putting this new Tacoma through the paces off-road, on and off-road, they are starting to see those transmission issues pop up and bubble up. Overheating being the primary precursor to it all, followed by rough shifts. So really just want to make this a quick video, get your thoughts on it. We still have a dozen or more brand new 2024 Toyota Tacomas here, all the average price right around $50,000 here at my local dealership. Overpriced for what you're getting, I would argue. No quality control measures, in my personal opinion, for this new pickup truck. So let me know what your thoughts are. As always, sincerely appreciate you watching. Until next time.